It is perhaps the most legendary circuit in the world. All the drivers want to conquer it, and now for the first time, the big American V8s of the EURO-RACECAR Series are about to have a go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spa-Francorchamps, round 3 of the 2012 Euro-NASCAR Touring Series. And James Winslow now takes us for a trip around the world-famous track in a V8-powered stock car. After the rounds at Nogaro and Brands Hatch, Spain's Ander Villarino leads the elite category with 3 wins from 4 races. The TFT team driver cannot wait for the race to begin, and a race win at Spa is something that all drivers want to put down on their resume. It's a lot of fun to drive a race car and to slide it around the high-speed corners. It's really mind-boggling, and we have so much fun inside the car as well.
C'est vraiment impressionnant et dans la voiture on prend beaucoup de plaisir.
What does it feel like to have reached the level you are at compared to last season? Well, I think last season was a very difficult with quite a few run-ins with other drivers and things of that nature, but I think we've gained more respect this year. I've figured out how to drive this car, so that's going to make a difference, and I feel very good with it, and the entire team has done a lot of work.
Et voilà, maintenant avec l'expérience, je me trouve très bien et tout le team TFT Banco Santander, nous sommes en train de faire un bon travail.
Your countryman Javier Villa is one of your rivals. Does battling with another Spaniard influence how you drive?
Est-ce que le fait de se bagarrer avec un compatriote peut avoir une influence sur ta manière de piloter?
Oh, no, not really, no. One thing is clear, you know, to have the chance to go and race in the United States, you simply have to win. So one thing is for sure, it doesn't matter if someone is French, or Spanish, English, Belgian, or German. I really don't care. I just have to win. When was the first time you cried after winning a race? I think it was back in 1996 in the Formula Campus. I won the street race down in the southwestern French city of Pau. And so to have won in an open wheel car, that was something very, very special for me.
C'était très spécial.
La dernière fois que tu as voulu en venir aux mains avec un adversaire après une course?
When was the last time you were angry with a fellow competitor after a race?
Tu t'es senti respecté?
I think what happens on the track should stay on the track. When was the first time you felt respected on the track? Perhaps when I showed my speed in the first races, that's when I felt that I was really respected. And you have the right to impose a joker for the next question. When was the last time as a driver you lent a hand to a female driver? Oh, I don't remember. I've been married for 5 years or so, and it'll be 6 this year. We've been together for 10 years or so, so honestly, I don't remember. Villarino set best time in qualifying and starts from pole position in the elite race. The talented Javier Villa starts alongside, making it an all-Spanish front row. On row number 2, Frenchman Romain Thiévin and England's James Winslow. Carole Perrin starts in 10th in the elite race, and we're riding on board with Carole for the start of the competition here, the start of the race. Ander Villarino gets a clean getaway. Romain Thiévin was 3rd in qualifying, but now 2nd due to mechanical problems for Javier Villa. Romain Iannetta down in 3rd. Carole Perrin in traffic with Antoine Lioen. Well, race leader Villarino hasn't put a wheel wrong and has pulled away from Romain Thiévin. The Frenchman doesn't seem to have enough to stay with the Spaniard. After qualifying 3rd, the current number 2 in the championship had to start from the rear of the field, following some mechanical issues with his car, and he's by himself all the way down to last. Far from Carole Perrin, who's making her way through the field. After starting 10th, she's now in a battle for a top 3 finish with Winslow, Lioen, and Iannetta. And it's getting a bit more physical among the 4 drivers. Romain Iannetta is no longer in the fight after the transmission, and his car gave up on him. And after that, Iannetta, well, this is a race for him best forgotten about. Meanwhile, Carole Perrin got around Winslow and is headed straight towards a well-deserved podium finish. And Villarino is in a class apart, a league of his own here in Spa. And he goes on for an easy race win in race number 1. Romain Thiévin from a Team Fast Club finishes 2nd, but he was no match for the championship leader. And the win for Villarino now. We're going to hear from the Spaniard. We'll catch up with the star of the race, Carole Perrin, afterwards. This is the 4th race win of the season from out of 5, so it's quite amazing. If someone had told me before the start of the season that it would be like this, I wouldn't have believed it. But I couldn't be any happier now, and it's all thanks to everyone here at in the team TFT.
C'est un peu le podium inespéré quand même.
Is this a surprise podium for you? Oh yeah, I thought I had a better chance tomorrow, and starting 10th, I wanted to move up a few slots and have a better starting spot for tomorrow, but for once everything went well. It's not a victory, but I'll certainly take the points. And it's Ander Villarino on the top spot of the podium for the 4th time in 2012, Romain Thiévin taking 2nd, and a fine 3rd place result for Carole Perrin, her first podium finish of the season. Every self-respecting motor racing fan knows nothing is ever won by oneself. The work of an entire team is completed before the car ever hits the track. And all teams give it their all to feed their collective ambitions for victory. The TFT squad has just won another race, and it is not shying away from its ambition, the 2012 title. We're now here from the team manager, who's doing all he can to make it happen. Well, it's all going pretty well for now. We're going to try to continue like this. We know exactly or very well that it's going to come down to the final race where the points will be double. So today, the objective, our goal is to score a maximum amount of points before the last meeting of the season. We're very busy with Romain Iannetta in Elite, Philippe Marie and Gerald Cormont in the Open, and Tanguy Ide and Freddie Nordstrom in the junior category. The drivers have to try not to make mistakes, the cars have to function, and it all has to happen at the same time. As for now, it's not exactly the case, so it's a little difficult. The skill level increases year after year. It's become very hard to run up front. You know, Roma finishing second, far ahead of third place, but he was also far behind the winner. So this is a situation where every detail matters. The chassis setup, the brakes, the engine. This is a fine competition. Oh, you brought a second car and a new driver to Spa, Javier Villa. Second in the elite standings. Is this a real plus for you to have signed him? Well, it's really interesting for us because it allows to show the potential of the cars. He's going to help us with the setup as well, and it's always nice to have a driver like him who has the knowledge, or knowledge that I don't have in particular. Alongside the stars of the series are some newcomers who hope to mix it up with the front runners. Oh, it's really cool to participate in a championship where the skill level is so high. There are 2 or 3 drivers in the elite class that are really, really fast, and I'm racing in both championships, and I've realized how much of a difference there is between the elite and open categories. It's fun to race in a good championship with strong drivers. We know why they're racing here. Our goal is to finish the season in the top 3. We got off to a poor start, of course, and we had a few problems, but today we're going to be doing better and better and gaining ground on the top guys. We have 2 goals. Always run well in an open and try to do very well in elite. The competition gets tougher every year, but we've got a lot of foreign drivers who are all very fast as well. We have to work hard to be successful and run up front, which is easier said than done. We're a little ahead of schedule because we wanted to enter the top 3 in open. I'm leading the gentleman driver class, which is very good. And now I can control my rivals a little bit. You know, race with our heads as we have been doing since the start of the season. And it's paying off because we're second in the open and 4th in the elite with Antoine Liouen. So you have to be consistent. That's the goal. And keep a cool head as well. Well, the goal is to catch up the top 5 in elite and open. And Bruno is racing the Challenger class, where we're going to try to race for the victory. And then there are teams that are trying to find a way in the new series and know that they're not quite ready for the top spots yet. Well, the idea for this first season is to test the driver, to build a team, and to be reasonable when it comes to objectives. We're here to learn. We hope to race perhaps for victories starting next season or so. Well, the idea is to learn how to set up the car and find those small things that make the difference. We all have the same car, so setup is very important. There are some really good drivers in the elite races, and it's not easy for us to run in the top 10 for the moment, but you know what? I think we're going to improve.
Au niveau pilotage, il y a vraiment de très bons pilotes. Et c'est pas facile d'être mieux que 10e pour le moment pour nous. Mais je pense qu'on va réussir à aller devant.
Loïc Demol will start from pole position in race 2 of the weekend. The sprint open alongside Demol as open points leader, Belgium's Martin van Hove. On row number 2, it's France's Vincent Gonneau and Demol's brother Cédric Demol. Loïc Demol still leading after the first few corners, while some others brush and bump one another here. Behind, Martin van Hove is defending his second place the best he can, but he gets caught before the straight. The championship leader is out of the hunt for the win here at Spa. The early minutes of the race full of action and contact as we see another incident, this time involving Stéphane Sabat and Jérôme Laurent. Nothing more than bodywork damage, and both managed to return to the battle. While Loïc Demol still leading from Escalier and Ede, who had sliced his way through the field from 9th on the grid, is now heading towards a podium finish, and we're only on lap number 2. And the EURO competition driver has to be careful not to make an unforced error because the chase group, including Alain Grand, Cédric Demol, Adriano Medeiros, Vincent Gonneau, Martin van Hove, and Joachim Gabarro, isn't too far behind. And sometimes someone overdoes it, as we see here with Léonard Vernet, Jérôme Laurent. Has to call it a day. He finishes overall 17th after having to go back to the pit stop after this. And one driver not needing to push hard is race leader Loïc Demont, who goes on for the victory here, a win that was much more special for the Belgian driver who lives in Brussels here in Spa and is all too familiar with the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Well, Frenchman Simon Escalier held on for second place ahead of Tanguy Ide. It was intense at the start. You know, it all went according to plan, and I was able to build a small lead. I saw what was going on behind me as well, so halfway through the race, I saw that I had a nice lead and I could relax just a little bit. So to win here at my home track of Spa, that's something that's very, very special. We finished on the podium, and I think this will provide a real boost to the team. It's my first top three since the start of the season, and I feel really good about it. So we're going to do everything we can to get back in the upcoming races. A third place finish for Tanguy Ide and some important points is what is a close championship race in the open category here. And Simon Escalier did his chances a lot of good with the runner-up finish, and Loïc Demont can celebrate a well-deserved victory. With surprisingly pleasant weather, the Euro Series weekend at Spa concludes with the main event. In the elite category, Ander Villarino set the best time in the sprint race and thus starts from pole position. Frenchman Dimitri Angelbert and his Dodge Challenger is alongside Villarino on the front row. Carole Perron's third place finish in the sprint elite category puts her inside of row number 2. Joining Perron in row 2 is Romain Iannetta, who is looking for some payback after his earlier mechanical problems. At the start, the field heads right through the world-famous Radillon, and they're running bumper to bumper. And for some matters, it becomes a bit dicey. Well, second place, Romain Iannetta is filling up the mirrors of Villarino and Angelbert. Also in the fray, Iannetta getting off to a great start. He's up now leading, but his strong debut is slowed down by the intervention of the safety car to allow the track marshals to clean up debris left from the incident at the start of the race. And when racing resumes here, Villarino powers on the offense, and the Spaniard recaptures the lead. Romain Thiévin is the last car in the chasing group, and there's quite a bit of bodywork damage to his Dodge as he's off the pace. Thiévin going on to finish 10th overall. Javier Villa started 8th, but has moved his way through the field and is now in 3rd place. Meanwhile, the Villarino and Iannetta congregation battling here for the lead. There's plenty of suspense in the last race of the weekend. Only one thing is for sure. There's not enough room for two drivers on the highest step of the podium. We're on the final lap of the race, and Romain Iannetta making a last-ditch passing attempt. You'd think he'd be happy to finish second, but no, he's only interested in taking the win. After 28 minutes of racing, the elite drivers head to the pits to hand over the driving duties to the open category teammates. Iannetta winning in style just ahead of Villarino. Javier Villa completes the elite category podium.
Ça manquait un petit peu de résultats.
We were just lacking a strong result for the team that has done an excellent job. It was a complicated start to the season for us with some shock absorber problems and a transmission issue as well yesterday. So this is really good for everyone. I just hope it continues.
J'espère que ça va continuer comme ça pour la suite de la saison.
Iannetta comes into the pits with the lead, but teammate Gerald Cormol left the pits in second position and could not hold on to it for very long. Belgian driver Cédric Demont took the spot on lap number 2. The new leader is Marc Duez in a Chevrolet. The veteran Duez is best known for his 3 wins in the 24 hours of Spa. That's not enough to intimidate fellow Belgian Cédric Demont. who is just a bit too ambitious when he attacks the leader, which cost him quite a bit of ground. Leo and Nordstrom and Fourmilier putting in quite a show as they battle it out for 5th place. And quite a bit of action. The incidents taking place on this portion of the track, as we see here with David Périsset. We're riding on board with Gérald Cormont, who cannot hold off the attack of Vincent Gonneau, who moves into 3rd place. Well, this is Marc Duez's first race in the EURO-RACECAR Series. His experience and knowledge of the track is paying dividends. We're now a passenger alongside Cédric Demont, who's running a fine race in 2nd place. But he would have to make a stop in the pits to repair a flat tire a few minutes later. Marc Duez takes the win ahead of Vincent Gonneau and Gérald Cormont.
Marc, qu'est-ce que ça
So
vous
Marc,
fait
how does
de
it
gagner
feel to win
ici
in
à la
front
maison,
in your home
entre guillemets?
track here?
C'est fantastique.
Oh, it's a
Donc, quand
fantastic
je parle
feeling. You know, when I
dans le
speak,
passé, tout le monde
everyone
me comprend.
understands me. We don't need
Et après ça,
subtitles.
c'est
It's
bien
a
parce que
wonderful
c'est un beau
circuit. Everyone
circuit,
says
tout le
that
monde le dit.
it was a really
Et
great battle and
il y
the
a
cars
vraiment
are
une
very
belle
nice to
bagarre,
drive. It was
c'est vraiment un beau
perfect for the
spectacle. Les
waistline
voitures
as
sont
well.
Très très agréable à conduire et c'est bon pour la ligne.
Marc Duez, Vincent Gonneau, Gérald Cormont, the top 3 finishers in the Endurance Open category. In the championship standings, Tanguy Ide is the big winner from the Spa weekend, as he now leads in overall points, and Martin Van Hove dropping down to 2nd place, 1 point behind Ide. Joachim Gabaron is 3rd overall. Romain Iannetta, Ander Villarino, and Javier Villa finish 1, 2, 3 in the elite endurance category. Ander Villarino added his championship lead at Spa, now has a 33-point advantage over Romain Thiévin, who moves past Javier Villa in the standings. And with that, we say goodbye to the legendary Spa-Francorchamps track. We hope you enjoyed the thrills and the spills unique to the Euro-RACECAR Series. And just a quick reminder, the next round of the season will take place on an urban oval track in the French city of Tours, a first for the championship. So until then, it's bye for now from the 2012 Euro-RACECAR Series.